Sunrise on the horizon, a fresh wind pushing my back. Pegged down on the dashboard, know if I'm going that I'll be going fast. So let it ride, let it roll. Pay no mind to the swerves and the curves and all I can control. Come rain or shine, I'm going with the flow. Just let it ride, let it roll.
3 words and a long-standing career in songwriting and live music make up my next guest. He'll also be in Springfield this week. So Craig Wayne Boyd joins me now via Zoom. Craig, so excited to speak with you. How are things?
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And we're coming out of the holidays and raring to go.
Yeah, well, there you go, right? Okay, so music has always been who you are, and it's truly your roots in the research I found. So I want to know more about your early beginnings and what really initially got you interested in music.
It's funny because I grew up with a dad that was a banjo player, a mother that took me to a Pentecostal church, and a grandmother that had a healthy love of Johnny Cash. And those 3 things combined is really what's directed my musical path.
Yeah, it kind of made up who you are in a lot of ways, which is cool. And I love how like different all 3 of those are, but still kind of like make a lot of sense for the artist that you've ended up being. So Craig, you spent years songwriting and opening for big country acts kind of in the early part of your career. So how much did the grunt work in the early part of your career shape you into the artist that you are today?
A lot of it is just what I've learned from actually my father being a hard worker. When you call it grunt work, it's only work when it's I guess if you don't like what you're doing, but I've enjoyed what I'm doing, and then I'll look up and it's like, oh wow, I've been doing this for a long time, but it's never really felt like work. It feels like I'm just giving a part of myself.
Okay, that's a fair point. I appreciate hearing that. Now, fans may recognize you because you won The Voice 10 years ago as a part of Team Blake. So what was your experience like competing on that show and also getting to work firsthand with country legend Blake Shelton?
It was definitely an experience, not one that I had ever planned on. I thought it was a joke when I got reached out to asking if I was interested in auditioning, but I was on a downward spiral at that point. I had just lost a record deal with a single that had been climbing the charts, and it left me wondering what I was supposed to be doing. And The Voice was a good regroup for me, and going out there never with the intention of doing anything, not winning really, but just going out there and doing my best and seeing when you don't have your hat in the ring, you don't know where you stand. And I felt like it was time for me to do that. And incidentally, that's what I'm doing now with the new music going out to the Texas country market.
Yeah. Well, so with that, so people have been following your career in music for quite a long time. So what do you think that fans today that are tuning in to what you're doing, or maybe have been following this whole time, are going to enjoy most about the music and your live shows that you're doing today?
My music has always been a snapshot of where I'm at in life. And a lot of the new music that I'm adding in is just the updated version of where I'm at. Since The Voice, I've added 4 kids to my group. and a beautiful wife that keeps me motivated and keeps me rocking and rolling. So you're going to hear a lot more about them and their influences on my life in this new album.
Yeah, I can only imagine the inspiration that provides. Now, you do have a new single out, or at least recently new, called Let It Ride, Let It Roll. So what was the process like of writing this song?
I was sitting in the writing room at a buddy of mine's farm, and just mulling over kind of where I was at and what I wanted to say. And I had recently been through a band breakup with a vocal trio that I was a part of. And this was kind of my response to all of the things that went on with that. It's just like, you know what, let it ride, let it roll. It should never bother me. Kind of like a duck, just let it roll off your back.
Okay, so let's dive a little deeper into that. Is there any specific messaging that you're hoping the listener is getting out of this song?
I've always tried to keep a positive message going on in my music, whether it be about heartbreak and finding hope in that, or it being about love and finding, those little moments that happen for you. And this is one of those. It's just like, keep your nose to the grindstone, hand out the window, let's go. And I hope that's what people relate to in this, is that it's motivating to continue on, especially being 2024. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, and it sounds kind of like freeing in a way too, so hopefully very motivating and positive for people that are listening. So I know you've got a new album coming out soon-ish, but when can we actually expect that to be released?
Well, we've just recently put out the third song from that album.
Okay.
So there's 3 of those out. And I am just a few songs shy of finishing that album up, which we're hoping to finish up in the next month or so. So I would say late spring, early summer.
All right, so people need to stay tuned in with you. Now, Craig, any advice that you would give to maybe any young and uppercomers trying to make it in country music?
If you can quit, quit. Because if you can quit, then that's not what you're meant to do. If you can't quit, then you need to hone your craft to the best of your ability and surround yourself with people that are always better than you. From that's how you learn.
Okay, that is very sound advice. Wow. Okay. Now, as I teased at the beginning, you will be in Springfield, Missouri this Thursday, January 11th at Southbound Bar and Grill. So what will our community experience at your concert?
Well, I'm super excited to be there. I have been checking out the venue for quite a while, and I'm glad that we finally found a date that we could come out and render some music for you guys. But it's going to be an adventure from the first note to the last note. I hope to take everyone on a journey and musical journey, and that you have some cut the rugs, and then also some thought provoking stuff in there too.
All right, sounds like it's going to be an exciting live music experience for all those coming out. Craig, how can people keep up with you online?
For all things Craig Wayne Boyd, go to craigwayneboyd.com. From there, you can find all the links to my, however you find your music, however you listen to your music, you can find links to that. I'm on social media quite often. If it's not me, it's my wife doing it, but it's one of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can find all of those links on craigwayneboyd.com.
All right, sounds easy enough. Craig, safe travels to Springfield later this week. We look forward to the album release, and I appreciate everything you've said this morning.
Hey, thank you so much for your time.